It's time to help a lover out. Kindly subscribe to this channel. How to show a man that you love him. In recent articles, we have discussed how some men tend to communicate their love non-verbally. While this is important to understand when it comes to being on the receiving end of communication, it is also important when it comes to being on the giving end as well. Men and women communicate differently, and since communication is such a large piece of the puzzle in any relationship, it is imperative to learn each other's language. We have to understand that while having good intentions is fantastic, what really matters is the impact that our words or actions have on the person they are directed towards. Therefore, in order to effectively communicate, we have to be sensitive to how the person on the receiving end will interpret us, rather than just how we mean for it to come across. Since men often show their love, they will feel it more deeply when you do the same in return. Here are some suggestions for how. Compliment him. It may surprise women to hear how rare it is that men actually receive genuine compliments. We are consistently told to be the pursuer in dating and relationships and feel that we need to win a woman's attention and attraction from our competition. Regardless of how silly this may sound to women reading this, my money is on the fact that many men are nodding along with it in understanding. For this reason, we find we are often on the giving end of compliments, especially when it comes to someone we truly care about. Regardless of how confident a man comes across, acknowledging him with genuine adoration will make him feel appreciated and all warm and fuzzy inside. Ask him for his advice. This is often a point of contention between men and women, because if a woman tells a man about her problems, she is not necessarily looking for a solution, unless she specifically asks for one. You will notice, though, that a man's instinct is to try to provide one anyway, when he should just be listening and providing her with the support she needs to find the solution herself. What this shows, though, is a man's instinct to be a problem solver and to fix things. It makes him feel useful, wanted, and needed. For this reason, asking him for his advice will allow him to flex his problem-solving muscles and make him feel like he is really contributing to your life. Give him long hugs. Men often communicate physically. Whether it be through body language, putting his arm around you, or how he tends to stand up taller when other men are around, it is a language he instinctively understands. This provides women with a great opportunity to be close to him physically and also send a very important message of love that he wants to hear, feel. Holding on to him just a little longer or hugging him just a little tighter will show him the affection he desires. Suggest he take guy time. Whether it is time alone for him or time with his friends, it's important for all of us to be able to unwind every once in a while. Your support and encouragement for him to do some things that aren't necessarily productive, like spending a full day on his Xbox every now and then, will feel like a loving reward. Regardless of what a man's guilty pleasures or indulgences are, not feeling judged for them is a great way to show you care. Wear that outfit you know he loves. Here is a revolutionary piece of news I'm sure nobody has ever heard before: men are visual creatures. But it's the truth. Men, if you haven't noticed, respond highly to visual stimuli, particularly from the woman in their lives. But there's more to it than just looking good. If a man sees you in something you know he loves, he will know that you are putting in effort to look good for him. Regardless of how long you have been together, this is a great way to show him that you desire him as he desires you. Not entirely sure what he likes best? Science says the safe bet is to go with red. Give him your undivided attention. This, of course, goes both ways. Inevitably, when I write an article about men or women, someone always chimes in and tells me it is a universal thing rather than gender specific. This is obvious. But since this is an article about men, that will be the focus. An important note on this point is that we know women multitask better than men do. This means you could be checking your email and still be giving him your attention. But it brings us back to impact over intention. While you may feel that way, he may not fully understand it. This means a great way to show him he's got your full attention is to actually give it to him. Make him feel comfortable venting to you. Men are often told that we should be the strong ones, which usually, incorrectly, translates to being unemotional. While I fully believe that showing emotion requires more strength than holding it in, societal constructs can say otherwise. This means that there are few safe places for men to really open up and vent about what's bothering them, regardless of how badly they want to. If you provide that safe place for him, it will be a welcomed gesture of love and affection. The happiest relationships come when two people are able to be open and honest with each other, and that honesty is a byproduct of being able to speak freely without fear of being judged. Be affectionate with him. As simple as this one is, it is often overlooked. Small things like hand-holding, walking arm in arm with him, or resting your head on his shoulder or chest if you're laying down, make him feel like he's one with you, and protecting you from harm, something all good men should want to do. Even if you don't need his protection, giving it to you is often a man's way of showing his love. Therefore, providing him with the opportunity to feel that way is a great method to showing it in return. Show him he's a priority. We all have busy lives. Friends, family, work, things can get crazy. It's unrealistic to put a significant other before all of these things all the time, but make sure you include him where you can, and don't let him feel boxed out, shuffled to the bottom of the deck, or unwanted if you get too busy. Time is the most valuable asset any of us have, because we can't get it back after we spend it. Therefore, it is also the most important gift we can give to someone. Thank him for the little things. A good man should always be willing to do these little things for you. Whether it is picking up your prescription at the pharmacy or taking out the trash, these are some of the ways he shows his love by providing for you. Showing appreciation to a man for doing these things is something that appears frequently in my articles because it is an important point to make. One of the most valuable things we can hear as men is "I appreciate you." In a society where men are frequently being reminded that women don't need us, we really do crave feeling wanted. Even needed, regardless of if we really are. Men thrive on providing, protecting, and having these efforts be acknowledged. It is easy for all of us to get so caught up in our busy lives that we overlook acknowledgement of small efforts put forth by others, but the truth is that these are the things that mean the most because it shows willingness to do something for you, just because. Showing your appreciation for these things may take just seconds out of your day, but they will make a big difference in his life, as well as motivate him to put in even more effort because he knows he is appreciated. In the bedroom. Yes, it had to come up eventually. This may sound juvenile or caveman-like or whatever you want to call it, but the uncensored truth is that one of the best things you can do for the man you love is to be physically with him. I have always operated under the guidelines that the woman always comes first in the bedroom, no pun intended. Well, maybe, but it also has to be a two-way street. I won't get into too many details on this one, but we are all adults here, you can use your imagination. Kindly subscribe and like this channel for more videos like this.